Hello, everyone, and welcome to another round of the Pet Show. I'm Dr. Katy Nelson. Here's what's in the works for today. Marley's Mutts Dog Rescue shares their inspiring mission to change the lives of those who need it the most. After a severe health scare nearly took his life, Zach, am I saying this right? Snow? Is it Snow? Scow, yeah, I thought so. Zach Scow nearly took his own life. Zach began rescuing dogs instead of wallowing in grief, and he's the founder of Marley's Mutts, saving the lives of more than 5,000 dogs through programs like Positive Change, which helps rehabilitate pups and prisoners for a brighter future. Zach joins us alongside volunteer Daniel Robinson. So, hi guys, welcome to the show.
Hey. Thank you.
It is the Pet Show, so we do have to introduce the four-leggers as well. So tell us who this little jewel is here.
Well, you messed up right off the bat. She's a two-legger.
Well, this
not
is true.
A four-legger.
This is true.
This is
we
Cora.
reserve two-leggers for referring to humans on
For
the show.
sure.
So she's elevated her species
There you
status
go.
at this point.
She's trans
This is Cora. She's a biped. We had to amputate her front two legs after a horrific accident. She comes from the shelter. This is Popcorn, a.k.a. Poppy. And he's a street dog, a feral dog that we rehabilitated and is now the proud son of one of our lead trainers in prison. So both of these dogs work with us inside of prisons, primarily juvenile hall. And they're a great source of therapy and a great source for demoing dog psychology, which is what we do in prison.
I mean, she's amazing. She's got her wheels, which we took off so she could be up here on stage. But I mean, she is just the happiest darn thing I've ever seen.
She is, really. She absolutely is.
Okay, so tell people about Marley's Mutts. Tell people about what you guys do.
Yeah, well, in 2008, I was diagnosed with end-stage liver disease, given less than 90 days to live without a liver transplant. And when I got out of the hospital, I spent 6 weeks in the hospital. And when I got out, I really didn't know what to do. I was just trying to survive 6 months to qualify for my transplant. And my dogs really helped prevent me from taking my own life, one, and got me on the road to recovery physically, mentally, emotionally, so that by the time I qualified for transplant, I no longer needed one. I started adding dogs to my pack, and I threw all of my existence into providing for them. And that became my purpose, that became my drive. And I just started adding dogs to my pack, just kind of bringing them in and walking to try and rehabilitate myself physically. Before you knew it, you know, we had adopted dozens of dogs. I no longer needed a liver transplant, and my community basically said, you have to keep doing this. You have to keep rescuing dogs, and we've just never stopped.
So dogs like her?
Yeah, 100%. So, she's mine.
I mean, she's ridiculous.
I couldn't let her go. We had a biped right before her named Noelle, who we got adopted, and I couldn't let her go. My wife especially said, Cora's staying with us.
Yeah. So now, Daniel, tell us your story, how you're involved with Marley's Mutts.
Originally I was, incarcerated at a very young age, and Marley's Mutts in 2016. They started what's known as a Positive Change program, which is a prison dog training program, and they brought that program into the prison I was housed at, California City Community Correctional Facility. At first I wasn't actually in the program for the first session, but once I saw that what it was and how amazing it looked, I decided to join up, and then.
The rest is history.
That's when I first met Zach and all the trainers, and
now you have your own your own training business.
Yeah, so after paroling, I worked at a facility for a short time, and then decided to start my own business, Doggy Jitsu.
Yeah. So now he helps us big time at our ranch, at our rescue ranch, rehabilitating dogs and helping us with his skills. He became a really, really good trainer. He graduated 4 rounds in prison, served 11 years, and when he got out, he kind of hit the ground running and was able to segue into the pet services industry as a trainer.
When our dogs go into prison and live with these men for 3 months, they fundamentally change one another. All kinds of things that help make prison safer, that help give these guys a better chance at
different version of
outside, and that help them live more meaningful, purposeful lives.
Wow. So this was actually at the prison that you were at?
Yeah. This is the first prison that it started at. So that's the landmark or the flagship program.
Yeah, now we're in 4 prisons and 1 juvenile hall. We have the only program of its kind in a girls' juvenile facility. It's called the Pathways program. Girls 13 to 18, repeat offenders, who are really the least advocated for group on planet Earth are juvenile offender girls. So we have the first of its kind live-in dog program where we have shelter dogs living at a girls' juvenile facility in Bakersfield.
That's amazing.
And that's where these two primarily rehabilitate.
Also, I think we're in talks with some group homes for at-risk boys.
Indeed.
You guys, this is amazing.
And we're just taking it and running with it. The positive change model, what we've been able to do inside of prisons in terms of rehabilitating emotionally, spiritually, all the rest of it we knew was going to happen. We knew it was going to improve racial relationships and all the rest of it. But what we didn't foresee is how these guys could get out of prison and enter right into the $70 billion a year industry that is the pet services industry. And our industry has a terrific need for trainers, for qualified behavioral modification trainers, guys who understand difficult dogs, who understand behavioral modification, energy awareness. And that's what these guys learn. You know, they train for 14 hours a day for 14 weeks for each round of the program. So by the time they get out of, by the time they're paroled, you know, they've got thousands of hours of working with dogs, and we're in there every week with 3 to 4 professional trainers hands-on, you know. So
well, we look forward to you coming to Virginia and starting some programs here.
It's happening.
It's on the menu.
Daniel, congratulations.
Thank you,
I mean, this is it's amazing, and it's awesome to see you thriving and doing something that you love. So people can learn more about your organization at marleysmutts.org. So we're going to have a link to that on our Pet Show Facebook page
Instagram as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.